Like fucked up how? Like
Your fucked up sense of humor, fucked up.
it's a fucked up sense of humor type fucked up. Like you just look at it and just like, no the fuck. No, it's funny now because I now watch shows to gauge Tia's reaction.
Yeah.
And if I have Tia's jaw drop, it's a good show.
I dig it. So it doesn't work that way when me and my wife eat. If it's something that's too loud, she'll just be like, turn this off. All right, whatever.
No, it's funny as shit. I have Tia watch it, and if her jaw drops, and I know that she's gonna have that. What the fuck you got me watching, Moses? I know it's a good show.
Yeah.
like watching Sausage Party.
Oh yeah, that was a shocker. Was not expecting that. Not expecting that at all.
Oh man, that was fucking hilarious. Still to this day, she goes, "I need an adult. I need." Every time she sees it, we haven't even watched it since then, and she's just like, "No, I need an adult. I gotta call my mom."
Yeah, the shock factor is real on that one. That one, like any movie with shock factor, like what was that one movie? The superhero, the little fake superhero joint. It was Kick Ass.
Yeah.
Kick Ass had that shock factor. Daisy, go upstairs. But yeah, it had that shock factor where like once it started getting real, I was like, oh, this is real.
Right. Oh, god damn.
You know what I noticed too? Like after last episode we recorded, I realized that we're old, because like we went through a whole bottle of Captain and was straight. Like
Right.
like I mean, I've been known to go through a whole bottle of Captain, but that's when I'm on turn up mode. But
Right.
like, we just went through it, and it was just like a
Like we still did the shit, right?
Like yeah, it was just a regular ass day. Like anyway, what's going on, everybody? This is Moses Workman,
And this is Moses Turner.
and this is the Moses Podcast.
No biblical shit.
You know it. And we're back for episode number 7. Thank you for sticking with us if you have. And yeah, I ain't spending a lot of time thinking. I think past 6 episodes.
Yeah, you know what? Even that day, y'all still got friends. So
yeah, as always, share. If you can, help us out a little bit. Get us some attention or whatever.
We'll just go from there. Yeah, keep word of mouth going. Y'all got friends. Tell them about it. They'll be shocked as y'all are. So we'll just keep it at
that. Yeah. So how's your week been, Turner?
You know what? I'm gonna change school districts. I swear, with my son. I'm sure you heard the news story about that Florida fuck stick, right?
Oh yeah. I was all up in that. I found out everything I needed to know about that.
Yeah, I was pissed. When I wake up in the morning, I don't really watch the morning news. Yeah, whatever, fuck y'all. I watch it, right. So I didn't even know about the lockdown. So the way my son comes into school in the morning, he goes into the back door. And that's because the back door has a cafeteria in, and he goes to get breakfast before school.
Yeah.
So the door's locked, and we're just like, what the fuck? And so we go around, and next thing you know, the guy who brings the students in from the bus goes, yeah, there's a lockdown. The fuck you mean there's a lockdown?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, somebody threatened the Pittsburgh school. Da-da-da. I'm just like, are you serious? Who? We don't know yet. Then to come to find out that it's some fucker in Florida.
Yeah, that was crazy because I saw that. Well, I heard that there was a lockdown for Pittsburgh public schools, but I thought it was like isolated. You know what I mean? To
right.
Like 1 or 2 particular schools. But then I saw it was the whole district.
Every school, right?
And my daughter's school, she's not technically in a Pittsburgh public school, but she's in that radius. So, because she goes to a charter school. So,
got you.
So we get there and they're on a partial lockdown too. And I'm like, dang, this is crazy. Because I heard that there was a fake threat, but
Right.
I ain't know nothing about it. So I dropped her off with the dude that brings them in, and I go to work immediately. I get on and I figure out what's the deal with this lockdown shit. So I found a video that led to the game Fortnite. Did you see the video? I shared it on my page.
Yeah, you shared it. I didn't see it though.
But these kids, they were playing Fortnite, and dude's like, yeah, I'm about to get off of here. I'm preparing to shoot up this school tomorrow. And he's like, you ain't gonna shoot up this school. And then so he's like, yes, I am. Why would I lie about school shooting the school up? I got 2 AKs. I got this. I got that, and I'm ready to go. I'm strapped up. I ain't gonna shoot the principal because she thick though. Like that's what he said.
That's not funny, but
I think that's what prompted Pittsburgh officials to be like, hold up, man, we got 3 principals in our district that are female, and we need to take some sort of action. So that's why they did that little modified lockdown joint.
right.
And then after they went and locked everything down, like dudes, thank goodness dude saved that video because dude's screen name was on there. So they had investigators go and search his screen name and track it down through PlayStation and whatnot, and they tracked it down to some dude in Florida. And they're like, man, this dude's in Florida, yo.
In Florida.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing that pissed me off is the fact that he was in Florida.
Right. Why would you call out Pittsburgh like that, though?
Right.
That don't make no sense. Like we'll fuck you up. Like
exactly. And see, that's the thing that kind of killed me because I'm just like, okay, nah, it was some dude who probably went to Pittsburgh public schools.
Right.
Got his ass beat the entire time in his time in school, waited 3 years after graduating to go, I'm gonna shoot up to school, pussy. And I don't give a fuck, I'll come to Florida and call you pussy to your face.
Right. Yeah, man. For me, man, my week was kind of whack, low key. Like I had a lot of tired days. Like I think, like I've been having this issue with snoring, and like it's getting worse and worse for me. Like according to my wife, because I can't hear myself snore.
Right.
But either way, like I realized like sometimes like when I snore at night, I wake up and have like a semi sore throat, and I'm like, man, it's just real. Like, and then like maybe after 20 minutes pass, like I get some fluid or something, like some water or something, and then I'm back to normal. So like, and what that does, like sometimes is I have this reflux issue where like sometimes when I'm asleep, like I get stomach acid in the back of my throat.
Yeah.
And I sometimes wake up like gasping for air and shit like that.
You know what? Get a sleep study.
Yeah.
Yeah, get a sleep study. Serious because I know from experience, everything that you just said are signs of sleep apnea. So yeah, get a sleep study. I mean, I could be wrong because there's people that have the same symptoms and don't have sleep apnea, but just to play it safe, get a sleep study.
That's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm gonna hit up the doctor on Monday and set up an appointment and get looked at, see what's going on with that. Because like I'm just tired of waking up tired. Like I wake up and I feel like I didn't get any sleep. Like it feels, and like the days like they just started feeling like the Twilight Zone or like a continuation of the next day.
Right.
Like I'll somehow end up at my desk at work. Like, dang, did I even go home yet?
Right. It's pretty much like your day is like on a play button. No matter what, it's just like you're on autopilot. No matter what.
Right.
Yeah.
It was like some Groundhog Day kind of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
No pun intended. Even though today's Groundhog Day,
right?
We're recording this shit, but like,
and fuck Punxsutawney Phil. How you see your shadow? Fuck off.
Yeah, I'll punch him in his face. Little rat. But yeah, like I was really feeling like that. At least 3 days out of the 5-day work week, and I'm just like, man, I can't keep doing this. Like,
3 days out the week, no, get a sleep study.
Yeah, and then like the other 2 days, like last night wasn't bad because I actually got some sleep. However, I still woke up coughing, stomach acid and whatnot. Like I can't remember what that condition is called. I looked it up. It's called like I can't remember what it's called, but it's like some condition where you just like wake up with stomach acid in the back of your throat. And I don't, and like I had it before. and I think it was just because I had a habit of eating late.
Right.
But I cut that out. Like I don't eat past 7 o'clock no more. And ever since I stopped doing that, I never had it. But like I started getting it. Like I had it last night pretty bad. And the thing is like it was probably the worst it's been last night. But to me, it felt normal. Like I wasn't like out of bed, out of shape about it. Like I
Right.
just woke up, coughed a little bit, went drink some water, grabbed a piece of gum because the gum makes it go away a lot faster.
Right.
Like I chew some gum, get the saliva going, and then once I'm ready to go back to sleep, spit the gum out, go back to sleep, or at least try, because at that point it was like 3, 4 a.m. something like that, and I only got another hour of sleep because I got to get up at 5, so 5:30, whatever, to get the kids ready. So it's like I need to go get looked at, man.
Yeah.
This is messing with my life.
And I ain't even going front because that's a bitch too. Like, um, having sleep apnea, if it doesn't go treated for long, it's a bitch. I mean, you'll wake up in the middle of the night, then you can't go back to sleep. Then as soon as you go right back to sleep, you're woke, and it's just like, oh fuck, am I woke? Am I still asleep?
Mm. And then the alarm goes off when it's time to go to work.
Exactly.
That's the bullshit.
Yeah, but enough of that shit.
Yeah.
We already gave you medical advice, so yeah, on to the podcast. So
you want to go, or you want me to go?
You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, I'll go first.
All right.
Because this shit happened the day after. This shit happened the day before episode 5, or wherever we want to call it. But it's funny as shit. We got on a bus. Well, not we,
Who's
but
we?
yeah, I was about to say not we, and it was just me.
All right.
I was on the bus. I was on the way home, and there was this lady with a lap dog. And there was a couple college students, and they saw this dog, and it was like, "Oh, hey, puppy!" So they go pet this dog. It's a Bijou. It's just like your dog.
Yeah.
So they pet the dog, and there's this lady behind the other lady with the dog that has a cake and a big ass tub of ice cream. You remember them 5-gallon tubs of ice cream?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cake in one hand, ice cream in the other hand. So the lady goes, "Excuse me, can you please move? This cake is getting heavy." The lady with the dog goes, "Shut up, you fat bitch." So the lady with the cake is going, "Fat bitch? What the fuck?" So she's just like, "No, all I need you to do is just move. Just fucking move. Then don't talk to me for the rest of the bus trip." So she goes into her seat, and the bus driver is going, "Be nice, be nice, be nice," because she ain't trying to have no shit on her bus.
Right.
So lady with the cake is just like, "Nah, I'm gonna be nice. All she gotta do is just talk to you. She ain't even gotta talk to me." So the lady with the dog is still talking shit. Oh yeah, before I forget, the lady with the cake had a grandkid.
Okay.
There's a reason why I mentioned the grandkid. So anyway, lady with the dog is still talking, just still talking shit, running her mouth. And the lady with the cake is just like, "All right, just keep talking shit. I'm just gonna beat the shit out of you. I'm done." But then the lady with the cake's phone rings, and then she starts talking to her daughter. So next thing you know, the lady with the dog is just like, "Yeah, you can speak directly. You ain't gotta talk all indirect." Da, 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 da. So lady with the cake is like, "I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. I'm done with this. I'm done with this. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you." But the lady with the dog is at the door.
Okay.
Lady with the cake goes up to the door, and I'm looking at her grandkid. Her grandkid is scared shitless. Because this grandkid is about 8, 9 years old, and the first thing this grandkid is thinking is, my grandma is about to go to jail.
Oh man.
So I'm looking at this grandkid. I'm just like, oh fuck. So I get up, and I'm just going, I'm like, Miss, you don't need to do this. I didn't know that was her grandkid at the time, so I was just like, there's a kid right here. You got cake and ice cream. You're celebrating somebody's birthday. Just go and sit down. Just go and sit down. Next thing you know, the girl with the dog pulls the cake lady by her hair.
World star.
Right.
Yeah, why ain't you got no footage of this?
Again, I saw the grandkid.
Yeah.
But
anyway. Right, continue.
So as she goes and pulls the cake lady by her hair, cake lady pulls her head back and throws this mean right jab. So she was going to do it again, and then I held her back. But next thing I know, she's still holding her jab. She's still going with her jab, going through with it, and pulling me with her. So I'm just looking up like, oh fuck. So I took every power that I had, pulled her back, sit the fuck down. Just sit the fuck down. So after that, yeah, pretty much I stopped the damn fight. Come to find out that the birthday cake and the ice cream was for her, not for the grandkid, but for her.
Okay.
So she was about to go to jail on her own damn birthday.
Over some, and she had cake and ice cream for her own party.
For herself, right.
Oh, wow.
And that's not even the end of the story.
She ain't got no friends.
Right. That's not even the end of the story. Her daughter came 3 stops after, going, where's that bitch at? Where's that bitch at? Going for the dog lady, and we're just like, she's off the bus. She's off the bus. Like, calm the fuck down.
Right.
Who are you to tell me to calm the fuck down? It was just like, that's the man who held me back. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. So, yeah, just to let y'all know, this shit happens at random. This ain't no shit that we make up. But
so this was between Wilkinsburg and Homewood.
Nope, no. What makes it funny is okay, let's find a way for me to say this that is not offensive. The lady with the dog was not melanated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, she's on the bus with a dog. Ain't no black person gonna get on the bus with a dog.
Right.
We know better than that. Or at least most of us do. Oh, man, I don't got no fight story. I had plenty of those. What I got for you today? I don't know. Let me revisit the past here, where I was offered, me and the police officer were offered a sexual favor in terms in exchange for letting a woman go.
What the fuck? All right, yeah, nah, keep going.
Okay,
keep going.
So, I'm doing this undercover security gig, right?
Yeah.
And I noticed this lady. She's walking in and she got like this little swag to her. Like she just not really swag, but she had like this I don't know, this little walk where it's just like not a normal walk, but I knew she was up to something.
Yeah.
So I kept my eye on her, and she went in the store. She bought a couple things, and then she had this bag in her hand. But then after she had the bags, and then she went back into the store.
Right.
After she bought some stuff, and she went to the diaper aisle and grabbed a pack of diapers. So she goes, after she grabs the diaper, she goes up to the customer service desk, and she sets her bags down that she already paid for. She sets her diapers down next to the bags that she paid for, and she's talking to the customer service rep. She's, doing whatever with her. I don't know what she bought because that was kind of a distance back, right? And she finishes with the customer service. I think she bought lottery tickets. She was getting lottery tickets. and she got like 1 or 2 tickets or something like that. And after she was finished, she picked up her bags and she paid for, and she picked up the pack of diapers, and she proceeds to try to walk out the store. So I gave the because there was an officer at the store, and I gave the officer a heads up. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna need your help on this one because this is a female suspect, and we can't stop them on our own.
Right.
You're an officer of the law. I need you to witness this and everything.
Right.
So he's like, yeah, all right, whatever, motherfucker. Like we was cool. We was cool, so we just joked with each other like that. So she comes up closer to us, and she gives us a little head nod as if she was saying hi, and then just continued to walk. And I was like, hey, excuse me, come here for a second. And she looked at me and she was like, hey, how you doing? I was like, I'm good. The reason why I called you over here is that I'm with store security and I need to talk to you about this pack of diapers that you're walking out. And her facial expression, it completely changed.
I've just been punched.
Because she thought I was trying to spit game to her or holler at her or something. Right? Because I said it with like the little smove voice. I was like, hey, come here a second real quick. Come here. Holler at you. So she comes over and I'm like, yeah, well, the reason why I called you over is because, I just really need to talk to you about these diapers because I'm a store security. I need you to step into this office with me off to the side. And she's like, no, you're not. I was like, yeah. Here's my badge. This is an officer right here. Come with us. So we took her in the back, right? So in the back of this particular store we were at, they didn't really have a desk. They had like this table. It was like a high table, comes up to like maybe like stomach level, belly button level, whatever. And so I'm like, ma'am, please place your items here on the thing. Place your purse on the table. Or is there any objects in your purse that's going to, hurt me or do anything like that? Because we had to search her purse. And I'm looking through her stuff, and she ain't had nothing in her purse. I gave her purse back. I was like, look, I need you to take your ID out, and I'm going to write down your information. You're going to be issued a fine for stealing, these diapers that is not on the receipt that's in your bag.
Yeah.
And she's like, look, please, man, please, look, I really need these diapers. I was like, look, I understand. This is a second job. I got a primary job. I got a secondary job. Right. I got kids, and I do whatever I got to do for them. And I know stealing is wrong. And that's one of the things that you're not supposed to do because you can end up in a situation like this. So I just need you to just give me your ID. She's like, look, I can give you something else. And I was like what? She's like, look, you and your friend right here. She's talking about the cop. She's like, look, right. I could do something for y'all. Y'all just let this slide. I'll leave the diapers or whatever. And I was like, do something like what? And so I looked at the officer, right?
Right.
Because he started smiling. And I'm like, no, you cannot smile in this situation.
Stop it.
I'm like, stop it. Game face. Where's your game face?
Right.
So I looked at the officer. He's smiling already. And I was like, it was weird because I gave him this look, and I'm like,
what the fuck are you doing?
And then he gave me this look back, like, like what's up?
Like, what the fuck, right?
And so I'm like, so like what? To the lady, she's like, look, I can make you and him feel good real quick. Back here, there's nobody else back here with us. We in the office. And I was like, ma'am, are you offering us some sort of extracurricular activity? She's like, look, I'm gonna be square with y'all. I'll give y'all both some head. And I was like, oh.
Yes.
So I'm from the hood, right? No. So
just going like, word, wait.
So, although I am from the hood, I was professional. I said, well, ma'am, I certainly appreciate the offer, but give me your ID, please. And the officer was looking at me. He had this disappointment look on his face. Like, nigga. Like,
right.
We could have.
just fucked this up.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm like, nah, man, I ain't with that, yo. Like,
right.
So I wrote her up, gave her the fine, kicked her out the store, and took the diapers to the back to the back or whatever. And after I finished writing up my report, I went to go talk to the officer because the store slowed down. It was like one or two regulars in there, and I'm up the front talking to him. He's like, "Yo, I can't work with you no more."
Oh.
And I'm like, "What? What you mean? Like, after today, I think you might need me working with you."
Right.
He's like, "Nah, man, I can't work with you no more." I was like, "What I do?" Like, he's like, "Man, you know what you just ruined for me, for us?" And I'm like, "Nah, what I ruined for you?" Like he's like, "You know what you ruined for me? Get out!" He was he was swole, yo. Oh man, but
shit.
all over a pack of diapers. I mean, it's real out there for I don't know if she was a single mom or not, but she certainly was acting like one.
Right.
Not that I know what they act like either, but like it's like you can't be doing that. I mean, if you get caught by store security when you was stealing, don't offer them no head. Like, man.
No, and now we got to go back to the whole curse of being Moses thing that we keep on talking about because yeah, we got too much of a moral compass, and if you think you're gonna get away with some shit, nah.
Yeah. See, I'm the kind of dude that learns from other people's mistakes.
Exactly.
Everybody's like, yeah, learn from your mistakes, and I'm like, nah, I'm trying to learn from your mistakes.
Yours, right?
Like, what kind of mistakes you make, so I know what not to do.
Exactly.
So that's how I get down.
That's exactly what I keep thinking because it's just like, oh, you need to learn from yours. I'm like, no, I learn from yours. I know what not to do. Keep fucking up so I know what not to do.
Like, yeah, the last person who did this got his arm ripped off. I'm not doing that.
Right. I'm gonna walk away.
That's just one of the things you gotta pick up on and apply to your entire life.
Right. Like, you got some shit to say about it? No, I don't. I'm going to fuck over here.
Right.
Where I was minding my own fucking business to begin with.
One of the best things I ever did for my life was watch Oz.
You don't even have to explain anymore.
Yeah. Like, all you gotta do, like, if you don't know nothing about jail, watch Oz. It's an old show, but man.
Right.
I was watching Oz, I was like, yo, I'm never doing anything illegal ever in my life. Right.
No, what's kind of funny about this is we talked about Oz and, like, yeah, if you 18, I think you should know about Oz already.
Yeah.
But, yeah, nah, there should not be any kids listening to us. And if you got your kids listening to us, you're fucked up as a parent.
I mean, well, we be saying real shit, though. I mean, sometimes.
Right.
I mean, besides our foul mouths, but like we be saying some shit that'll help your kids out low key.
Yeah,
as long as they're like teenagers.
Right. I was about to say, because if you got your 6-year-old kid listening to the shit that we just talked about, one, you fucked up as a parent. Two, get whoever therapist you got on retainer, because that kid is just gonna be like, I just heard the Moses podcast and they were just talking. They just said these things.
Oh man, you know what I just thought about, yo? Like, our podcast is called the Moses Podcast, right? So if a kid stumbles upon our podcast and is like, yeah, I'm listening to the podcast, it's called the Moses Podcast. And if he doesn't know about it, he's gonna be like, Moses, oh, okay, yeah, that's cool, whatever, it's some biblical shit. And we're like,
oh yeah, because that's right. We don't title it with no biblical shit.
No
that's
biblical
right.
Shit. Like, yeah, this is verse chapter 3. Nah, no biblical shit.
Yeah, no, that's the whole point. No biblical shit. And we say that in the first 30 seconds of the episode.
Yeah, this is quite the opposite.
Right. So if you go through the first 30 seconds of the podcast and you hear no biblical shit and you still cool with it, you fucked up as a parent.
Yeah, right. Oh man. So what is that? I think we done for this episode. You
Yeah,
got anything else?
I was going to go on the current event, but we like already a half an hour into it. You know what? Fuck it. Do you want to go into it?
Yeah, let's. What you got?
All right, because this was some shit. Hold on, because I made sure that my wife texted me this shit because we was both on some shit when we heard this. All right, school shootings. This is okay. 11. Oh, okay. All right, hold on. No. All right, so yeah, we'll go into this current event right now, and I'm sorry, this was some funny shit because I made sure my wife sent me this shit. She read this, and I just started dying.
Okay.
This was on the 27th, which was a Sunday. But anyway, so there was a school shooting that happened in Western Kentucky. This 15-year-old boy shot and killed two classmates.
Okay.
Now, what made it funny was the news station went to the school, made sure that they got this scoop, and the reporter was excited as shit to get this scoop because she knew this was going to make her career. Come to find out. Sorry, hold on. I'm going to say come to find out again because I'm laughing when I heard find out. The kid that shot up the school was the reporter's son.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm going to read this shit out loud. A local newswoman uncovered a horrific personal story after rushing to cover last week's shooting at a Western Kentucky high school. A 15-year-old boy who had allegedly shot and killed two classmates. Now, mind you, I said allegedly, because fuck off, we ain't being sued for libel on this shit. But anyway, Mary Garrison Minyard, editor of the Marshall County Daily Online, learned the terrible news while at the still active scene. She had raced to Marshall County High School in Benton, Kentucky on Tuesday morning after word broke of an active shooter. Only after she arrived did she learn the identity of the handgun-wielding suspect, according to the Louisville-based Courier-Journal. Minyard's son, Gabe Parker, a sophomore at the school, was taken into custody at the scene. He was initially been charged as a juvenile with 2 counts of murder and 12 counts of assault for the students who survived being shot. He's being held in juvenile jail a half an hour from the school. Fuck off. Anyway, Assistant County Attorney Jason, you know what? No, fuck the attorney. Let's just be real about it. You came in making sure that you was going to cover world news to find out that your son shot up the school.
Man, I wonder, is there like video footage of this, like where they found out on video, or like how did this even unfold? Like at first, like if I get the report, like if I'm a reporter and I get a phone call, like I need you to go down to the school to such and such school because there's a shooting and you need to cover this story and figure out what's going on and report back. Like at first, I'd be like, hold up, my kid goes here. Get somebody else to do this coverage.
Exactly.
Because I need to go make sure mine is alright.
Exactly.
And oh wow, okay.
Well, see, because that's the fucked up part about everything. All right, now, yeah, we're media, but we're not journalists.
No.
And the journalists try to get some fucked up shit to make their names. They know good and damn well if they covered a school shooting, CNN would be all over that shit.
Right.
But to find out that shit was your son, no other tape could have wrote that shit better. Just to come up and just like, oh yeah, I'm trying to get the scoop. Oh shit, that's my son.
Right. Like, how does it? Like, nah. What part of the game is this?
Right.
Where's the cameras? Like, who's punking me right now?
Right, and you know what? That pretty much showed. Like, if your son's shooting up the school, that pretty much showed how much of a parent you are.
Right.
Because no matter what, you tried to get the scoop, and you didn't realize that your son went to the school. You went to the school and then found out your son is the one who shot up the school.
That's crazy.
You fucked up as a parent.
Can you imagine that, like, mid report, like yeah, just then we've got word on the shooter's name, and the shooter's name is
yeah.
Cut the commercial.
Right.
like
back to you, Connie. Back to you, Connie. Yeah, you fucked up.
Yeah.
As a parent.
That's wow. I didn't even know that. I didn't see that one.
Yeah, you know what? I just pretty much came up with a new skit on this called "You Fucked Up as a Parent." So
hey, there you go. Yeah, you fucked up as a parent.
You fucked up as a parent.
You're covering the school shooting that your
son
conducted. You know,
right? And you could have said, "No, I want to check to see if everything's all right." Well, one, I want to check to see if my son's okay.
Right, yeah, like everything goes on hold at that moment. Like, there was a shooting at your kid's school. You need to cover the story. No, first thing I need to do is get my son.
Right.
And then once at that point, when you go to the school and realize your son did the shooting, I'm calling off. I'm sick.
Exactly.
I got the cold, the flu.
Oh shit, that was a long.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you came to get the story. You fucked up as a parent.
Right. Shit is wild, yeah.
And now we're probably gonna get our ass. Well, no, we ain't gonna get our asses kicked for this, but yeah, it's like 37 minutes in, so.
Yeah, whatever. All right. Yeah, we'll call that a wrap.
Yeah.
For this episode of the Moses Podcast, I'm Moses Workman.
And I'm Moses Turner.
And this is the Moses Podcast.
No biblical shit.
None. And we out.
Peace.